Welcome to Erotic by Nature. I'm Angela Thurston. This week's Unfiltered Conversation is about 5-minute quickies. And I don't mean quickies like the typical quickies where you're ripping off your clothes and going for it, because I don't know about you, that doesn't work so well for me anymore at my age. So maybe, when I was in my 20s and I was way more juicy, it didn't take so much work to get me juicy, then those kind of quickies worked quite well. I'm talking about a different kind of 5-minute quickie. I'm talking about quickies that help to maintain juiciness and intimacy in relationships. I know for myself that, a lot of times if my partner wants to get a little intimate and frisky with me, I can be quite standoffish because I'm busy and I have things to do and groceries to get and supper to make. And now at this time of year, Christmas presents and organizing and packing and laundry and all those kinds of things. And I, have limited myself in my beliefs because it's like, well, I can't do this because he wants more. He won't be able to just stop after a couple minutes. And so that really is detrimental to our relationship. So what we started to do, because I feel more comfortable if I can have a container in order to do that. So then we're both having satisfaction, we're both having pleasure. And it doesn't mean that we're having satisfaction to the point that we're both achieving an orgasm in those 5 minutes. What it's doing is it's keeping the spark alive. So I have some 5-minute quickie suggestions for you. And I set the timer. And it's very important to be clear that you're both okay, that when that timer goes, that you can harness the energy of what it is that you just stimulated and created together, and you can move on. And hopefully it is going to give you a little bit more friskiness throughout your day. So 3 5-minute quickies that you can do is make a 5-minute date, you set the timer, and you just kiss for 5 minutes. Just taking that time to settle and connect and just feel the softness and the love being exchanged with your mouths. Another 5-minute quickie. And I like this one because I know, and I'm speaking in general terms, generally men show up and they're ready, where women take a lot more stimulating and arousal, not just physically, but emotionally and mentally as well, in order for us to have really satisfactory sex. So another 5-minute quickie you can do is eye gazing, where you're taking that 5 minutes and you're sitting really comfortable across from each other, and you're not like hard penetrating, focusing, but you're just holding a really soft gaze, and you're looking deep into each other's eyes. And that is so intimate. And just taking that time to be present, to eye gaze into your beloved's eyes. So that's quickie number 2. And quickie number 3 is much hotter, and it's setting the timer, and it's 5 minutes again, and you're spending 5 minutes, and this one you can do 5 minutes each, or you can just do 5 minutes of whoever wants to be the receiver and who wants to be the giver. And you are engaging with your partner's genitals. So for 5 minutes, you are just lusciously loving your partner's. This is awkward because it's not awkward because I would say the word cock, and that might be offensive to other people. But the point is, penis isn't really sexy. So there, I've said it. You're spending 5 minutes loving your partner's cock, or he is spending 5 minutes loving, and here's another really tough word that I'm going to say, but I'm not really loving your vulva. I could say loving your vulva, and I could save the other word for that's a whole unfiltered conversation in itself. So let's just stick with that. Your 5 minutes where your partner is lovingly kissing, licking, and touching your vulva. So that could be like a 10-minute date. And that date might actually turn into a longer date. So I hope that you enjoy some 5-minute quickies with your honey, particularly through the holidays, because it's a busy time and we're with family and friends and eating all kinds of delicious foods and drinking beverages and eating sweets. But let's not forget about our lovers, and let's not forget about ourselves. So even if you need to go and have a little 5-minute quickie where you're loving up your vulva, then I invite you to do that too. So happy holidays, everybody, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.